Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be discussing what a current fear of yours may be and how to transcend this fear. I'm going to have two piles today. Pile number one is going to be this fluoride sphere, and pile number two is going to be this labradorite sphere. So tune in and choose which sphere will be yours. And I will see you at your timestamp down below. Okay, pile number one, if you chose this fluoride sphere, this is going to be your reading on what it is that you may be having a fear with and how to transcend said fear. So we're going to get right into it and we're going to see what it is that your fear may be. So let's get into it and see what is pile one's fear. We have lover. Okay. We have obsessive passion that harms others, self-destructive devotion, great passion, and oh, I'm already hearing a message. So it's almost like we have a fear of being devoted to the wrong lover or to a wrong cause, okay? It says great passion and devotion, unbridled appreciation of someone or something. So your fear may be here that you don't want to settle for the wrong thing, settle for the wrong person, or just settle for in life in general. Okay, you guys could have a fear of going after something that you do love because you are not sure about the outcome of a situation. But we're going to get more into it and we're going to see more about this fear. So let's see. Pile number one. What is their current fear? We've got king and we've got queen. So that explains it right there, right? Okay, so with the king and the queen being here, this is definitely talking about settling for the wrong partner, right? There is a fear of perhaps, am I with the right person? Is this right for me? I don't want to settle down. I have a fear of settling down. Maybe there is a fear of commitment here going on as well, pile number ones. But we're going to get more into it. It's definitely a fear of a relationship, right? Am I with the right person? What's going on? And we're going to talk about how to transcend this fear. So tell me more about this lover, king, and queen fear. There's definitely, it's almost like you don't know if you can trust your own emotions here. We've got Pisces with the mystic. So this could be a spiritual connection, right? We've got compassionate, healing, empathetic, mystical, adoring, magical, allowing, dreamy, spiritual, emotional. Yeah, it's almost like you don't trust your own emotions or you're afraid to trust your own emotions when it comes to some sort of relationship. You're worried that that if you pick someone, it is going to be for the rest of your life. So it's almost like a fear of commitment I'm hearing as well with the honk there. So some of you in pile number one could definitely have a fear of commitment. It's almost like you don't trust yourself, right? So we're going to get more into it and see. Yeah, the 12th house Pisces is all about your internal world as well, right? So it's almost like you don't trust your internal feelings or your own intuition when it comes to a partnership, right? We've got challenge here. So with the challenge card, it says creates tension, stalls. Yeah, you're stalling something when it comes to a relationship or getting together with someone because of that fear of commitment, because of that fear of, I want to say rejection and abandonment. It's almost like this fear of rejection and abandonment caused you to put up some sort of wall when it comes to getting into relationships because of a fear of settling for less, or you think that you will be settling. It says frustrates, demands, struggles, hurts, works out, and reconciles. So there is this challenge here when it comes to loving, like a loving partner. And yeah, there's this fear of commitment and fear of settling for something that you think, it's almost like you don't want to give yourself the life that you deserve. It's almost like you're afraid to give yourself the love and the freedom and the passion that you deserve because of a fear of commitment. We have empowerment. So combines with, enhances, strengthens, joins forces, intensifies, authorizes, allies with, concentrates, saturates, and overwhelms. So this is all about empowering yourself and empowering your relationships and being able to empower yourself over this struggle, over this fear of commitment. It's almost like if you feel that if you were to get in a relationship with someone, that you're going to lose all your freedom, you're going to lose your sense of identity, you're going to lose yourself in a relationship, and Spirit's wanting to let you know that this is not going to happen. There are people out there, there is a dynamic out there where you don't have to lose yourself in a relationship. And I do feel that maybe perhaps in the past you have lost yourself in relationships, you have lost all power to a person, right? And maybe this was a very codependent relationship where you did lose all your power and you did lose everything that you were, your friends, your family, you lost everything because of a relationship. Now there's this fear of commitment, right? You have almost stepped back into your power, stepped back into who you are, stepped back into your identity, that now you are terrified to lose that. And it's almost like Spirit saying, okay, we want to bring you this relationship, we want to bring you this lover, but there is this fear of commitment due to a fear of losing your freedom and your identity. So we're going to look into how we can transcend this. We've got Taurus, the bombshell. So this is all about being grounded, loyal, steadfast, taking things slow, one step at a time. It says earthly, practical, steadfast. So that's the main word that I'm seeing here is steadfast, right? Tactile, ample, worthy. You are worthy of a relationship that offers you freedom, that offers you peace, that offers you your own sense of identity. This is going to be more like an interdependent relationship rather than a codependent relationship, right? Then we've got Virgo at the bottom here. So there's a lot of earth energy in this chart. So you could be an earth sign, or you could be perhaps dealing with an earth sign in the future, but I do see that there is this big fear of a loss of identity. And Spirit saying the way that you can transcend this is to stay grounded and to stay steadfast and loyal and take one step at a time. Also be loyal and true to you and true to your own desires, and to speak up about said desires, right? So let's see a little bit more about what pile number one, how to transcend their fear. We have grief. Yeah, this is grief over relationships. Look, see? So some sort of relationship in the past here has definitely taken away and stripped you of your identity. It stripped you of your power. It stripped you of everything that you once known about yourself. And now there's this grief that you hold on to, right? Like, how could I ever have let someone take away my power, my identity? How could I have ever let someone control me to that extent or to that level, right? And now Spirit's saying this fear of relationships is it's preventing you from getting into a relationship that you actually deserve, right? One that's full of freedom and full of life and compassion and love. You have this worry here that's deep down within you that if you were to step into a relationship, you are going to get stripped from your freedom, from your identity. You are going to become this person, and Spirit wants to let you know that no, just because you may have done that in the past, this was a lesson that you needed to learn within yourself about boundaries and about transcending obstacles. Yeah, so Spirit wants you to let go of this fear and open up to the possibility of a relationship, a healthy relationship that is about freedom, that is about also freedom of choice. And I'm just going to get comfortable here because my seat. Freedom of choice, right? So Spirit wants you to try and transcend this and to open up to new relationships around you, because not all of them are going to strip you away of your identity. Not all of them are going to take from you, right? And it's like you've worked so hard on your independence and you've worked so hard on your freedom and to become this person that you are today, that if you were to get in a relationship, there is this big fear that's like, no, I don't want to do that because I'll be danged if anybody takes away my identity or takes away who I am, right? I will never ever let that happen again. And Spirit's saying, hey, we know that you are fully in your purpose, right? It says here, I know what I am here to do. So you know yourself now, right? And you're not going to let anybody else take that away from you. And Spirit's saying, well, that's beautiful. That is exactly what you should do. But be open to change as well, right? Be open to the possibility that there is somebody out there for you that's not going to, they are also this independent individual, right? So you got two independent individuals coming together to make a creatorship, to make an um, what is that word? Interdependent relationship, not codependent, right? There is going to be someone that matches your desires, that matches your wishes, and that matches your dreams to be independent, to be free, right? A lot of Sagittarius and Earth energy here. Oh, we've got a runner. We've got a runner. Hold on. So pile number one, we've got a fair woman. So dealings with, so you could be this fair woman, right? And then we've got bridge, successfully completing or overcoming an obstacle. Yeah, you're bridging this right now. You are bridging your fears with your desires, right? Because it says time to go out and have fun. Indecisiveness, allowing your life to ramble around aimlessly. So you're very indecisive about what it is that you want. Do you want to go out and have fun? Do you want to go out and meet someone? But then again, you're afraid that if you go out and meet someone that you're going to lose your life to them. You're going to get lost in them. And Spirit's saying to let go of this and transcend this. There is somebody out there for you. Financial gain usually coming from something you did in the past. Yeah. Dolphins remind me all about fun, peace, and harmony, and going out and just going with the flow instead of staying in this repetitive cycle of fear. Fear of the unknown, or fear of getting entangled in someone, right? We can definitely transcend these obstacles by going out and having fun, and by realizing that not all relationships have to be constrictive. Um, they don't all need to be maybe in the past as well, you were somebody who always had to please the other person, who always had to go out and make sure that that person was happy. And it's like, you don't want to lose that again. You don't want to, yeah, we've got the world here. So closing out a cycle, you closed out that cycle, right? You're no longer going to be that person that takes action only to make somebody else happy, right? That's not, you've learned your lessons there. Spirit said it's okay to open up your heart and go out there and date people again, right? With the King of Wands, to go ahead and take action, right? You're not going to be needing to watch your back all the time for their spouse, or, you know, people that are emotionally manipulative too, right? You've been in relationships that were emotionally manipulative, and it's like you don't need to worry about that anymore because you've learned that. You've set that boundary. You've transcended that obstacle. There's no need to worry about someone walking all over you because you won't allow that to happen, right? So there is no need to fear getting into a relationship with somebody else. And you can take action and you can go out in the world, right? I'm seeing this King of Wands looking exactly right at this world card, right? And she's very, like, she's naked, right? So she's very vulnerable and very free. There is somebody who's going to find a lot of passion within your freedom, right? Within your vulnerability. There is somebody actually probably looking at you right now, and Spirit saying to transcend your fear of going after this person, because this person is noticing the freedom within you and they are loving every single one of it, every single part of it. Okay, you are very vulnerable, you are very free, and this person loves this within you, okay? You could be a lot of fun too. But Spirit wants to tell you to try and transcend this fear of commitment, because this person is actually very well meant for you. And they've sent this person to you, but you still have that fear of commitment and that fear of maybe settling down with someone because of your past and because you've been captured and weighed down and tied down into things that you didn't really want to do, or to be someone that you weren't really. It's like people tried to maybe tell you in the past how to act, how to be, what to like, what not to like, and you're like, I'm not doing that anymore. This is all about moving forward with passion, right? Chariot, the Knight of Wands, moving forward with passion, with success, moving forward with fun, right? Being creative, being fun, being spunky, not being so serious. It's like, why so serious all the time, right? So we're letting go a little bit of our seriousness, and we're we're going to recognize the fear of commitment, and we're going to bravely go forward while feeling the fear, right? Because Spirit says it's only going to take a few steps ahead, right? And then you're going to get a little bit more comfortable with it, right? But it's like you're not even putting yourself out there because you do have this fear of commitment. You don't want people to change who you are. And Spirit's saying that's a good thing. You shouldn't change who you are. You should be exactly who you are, because there are people that are watching you right now and observing you, and they're watching you be so free, so carefree, so loving, right? And they want to take action and they want to come towards you. But I do feel like these people know and they can feel that you've got your walls up, right? Because you have fears. And you're not putting yourself out there, and you're not wanting to go after these people because of those fears. So how can we transcend this? By staying steadfast and by going after making that judgment call, right? And by thinking that Spirit's got your back no matter what, you can, having the strength and the courage to make a judgment call, right? To be steadfast, to face your fear with courage. What is it that I read the other day? It's like fear is the emotion, but bravery is the action. So it's like taking action with bravery, right? With this King of Wands energy here. So you could definitely be dealing with a Sagittarius. You could be dealing with a fixed sign. But follow your intuition. Your intuition will always guide you, right? In the right direction. So how can pile number 1 transcend this fear? By moving away to calmer waters and using your discernment, right? You've got the wisdom now. You've got the ammo, you've got the ammunition, you've got the discernment. The King of Swords is very discerning. He knows it, and it's his way or the highway, right? Also, perhaps by transcending this fear, be a little bit less ruling with an iron fist type. Maybe let loose a little bit, ground yourself, have a little bit more fun, go with the flow type. But by moving to calmer waters and being discerning and taking the lessons that you've learned with you, is how you're going to transcend this fear of commitment, and taking it one step at a time. Dipping your toe in the water, I'm hearing. Allowing yourself to be swept away, right? Not making the past hurts and past regrets, define who you are. Look, and there's the 6 of Cups, right? That flew out. Not allowing your past, look, with the thanks, Spirit. So the 2 of Cups in reverse, right? Not letting your past relationships and past hurts define who you are today, right? And by sailing away and taking that discernment with you, taking those lessons with you, because you're well equipped, right? There is a wish fulfillment that is on the way here, right? Don't allow your past to hold you back. This past energy is no longer. You've taken the lessons. You've taken what you needed from it, and we're moving away to calmer waters now. But you do have someone coming in that is a wish fulfillment, right? This person in the past may have also been very, very selfish. So it's almost like you don't want to commit to someone who's very selfish. But we're out of that energy now. You're out of that energy. There's no point in worrying and dwelling on the energy of the past and the people of the past and where you were in the past. You can transcend that and rise above it and take the lessons that you learned with you. Okay, pile number 1. So if this resonated, please hit the thumbs up and comment down below. I would love to hear about it, and I will see you at the next video. Bye. Welcome, pile number 2. If you chose this labradorite sphere, this is going to be your reading on what fears might be holding you back and how to transcend them. So let's get right into it and see pile number 2. What fear has been holding you back and how to transcend it? We've got here the Midas and Miser. Entrepreneurial work, eh? So it says entrepreneur, creative ability to turn anything into gold, the Midas touch, right? Delight in sharing life's riches. And then we've got fear. So hoarding money and emotions. Obsessive fear of losing your wealth. Okay, so pile number 2, there might be some sort of fear when it comes to saving and spending money. You could be in you could be in this I have to save 4 Pentacles type of energy where you're scared to like spend money on yourself or on other things. So there is a fear of wealth. It's like we are holding on so tightly to all of our funds with fear that it's not going to come back, right? So there's something to do with money. Let's just see. What is this fear? Pile number 2. Then we've got the priest. So it says violates trust of your spiritual community, seduced by your own spiritual role, facilitates in spiritual community, serves as a channel of spiritual energy. So there could also be a fear of monetizing your spiritual gifts, okay? It says entrepreneurial work, turning anything to gold and sharing life's riches. So, and you should serve as a channel of spiritual energy. So there could be this fear of monetizing your spiritual gifts, okay? And we're going to see how we can transcend that. Then we have guide at the bottom of the deck. So it says here, represents the nature of the divine self, divine in yourself and others, places financial gain over imparting spiritual insight. So there is a fear of monetizing your gifts and being paid for your gifts, right? So we're going to get into how we can transcend this fear. So there's almost like you feel that you're not worth being paid for your spiritual gifts or for your channeling, right? There's this fear of maybe charging money for your spiritual gifts, right? Or there's this underlining fear of maybe I'm doing the wrong thing. Like, am I allowed to do this? Guidance should be free, things like that. But really, it's that give and take, that energy exchange, right? It's that, equal energy exchange. But we're going to see what is this about. So pile number 2's fears. What is pile number 2's hidden fears? Yeah, we've got Sagittarius energy, right? All about freedom, philosophical, independent, generous. You are very, very generous when it comes to sharing your gifts and sharing your talents. It's all about, there might be, though, a hidden fear about being paid or monetizing your gifts and talents, right? And doing it for the right reasons as well. And hoarding money and emotions. Obsessive fear of losing your wealth. Obsessive fear of losing your wealth. Places financial gain and control over imparting spiritual insight. So it's almost like there's this fear of, it's almost like you're being put in survival mode. And there's a fear of, am I going to have enough? Am I charging enough? Now I need more clients because I don't have enough money. And there's this fear about your morals. It's like, am I doing this for the right reason? Am I charging for the right reasons? Is this ethical? Am I taking a risk here, right? It says traveling boundless, honest. Am I being honest with these people, right? And Spirit's saying there is an equal energy exchange that needs to be given when you're doing something for someone, right? When you're acting as a service for somebody, you're providing a service, right? Yeah, and you guys could, like, there could be this survival instinct within you where it's like, it's all about your perception, right, as well. It's almost like a survivor type perception here. So it says speech, thoughts, social media, excursions, dating, research, street life, circulation, discussing surroundings, and sociability. It's all about balancing your perception and how you see it, right? Because you could be seeing it a little bit differently than how Spirit sees it, right? So there is this fear of monetizing your gifts and using your channeling skills as a entrepreneurial type thing, right? And if this is not just a spiritual gift, you could be providing advice or guidance to people through your work, right? Through your paintings, through what the divine channels through you, right? You act as a divine channel, and it's like Spirit's providing with you, like you with all these creative ideas and creative pursuits and wanting to go after these things. But your perception on it's like, how can I gain money off that? I'm not going to get enough money off. That's what it is. It's like you want to go after your creative pursuits. Perhaps you want to paint for a living, and it's like, well, how am I going to make money off of painting? I can't do that. I can't create this. I can't do this. So there's a fear of going after your creative pursuits and passions due to a fear of lacking the funds, or there's this survivalism underneath it where you feel like you're not going to make enough money, or you're not going to be able to survive off of just doing what you want to do creatively, right? So there's this fear of not enough money or not enough. There's a fear of lack here. And Spirit's saying to go after it, take a risk and do this and go after this and change your perception on it, change the way you see things, change the way you communicate with yourself about it, right? You can monetize your creative abilities. These are being channeled through you from your spirit guides, right? They're guiding you towards this. So there's a fear to monetize your creative passions, right? You have the ability to turn anything into gold. It says right here, right? So Spirit wants you to let go of your fear of thinking that you cannot do it, right? It says entrepreneurial creative ability to turn anything into gold. You are an entrepreneur. Spirit is channeling your creative gifts through you, and they're wanting you to take action and to create the life that you want to live, right? You are going to be provided with the resources needed to live a comfortable life and then some, right? But you just need to flow with this and balance it and take a risk on yourself and take a risk on your own creativity. Is this fear of not enough. Then we have Taurus here. So being loyal to your path, being grounded, being steadfast. Says loyal, patient and being deliberate, right? And then we've got transformation with Pluto energy and Mars with action, right? So this is all about taking action, taking that risk, right? It says desire, impulses, courage, having the courage and the strength to go after it, right? Willpower, and transform, right? This is transforming your perception of it and being loyal and taking one step at a time. This reminds me of that Knight of Pentacles type energy, right? Where you can make a living off of your gifts and off of your talents, and you will be provided for. So this is like a fear of going after what it is that you want because you don't think you're going to have enough, or you're going to be provided for. There is a fear of failure here, right? It says here, I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn, right? And you're going to make many mistakes along the way, but that's all about growing. That's all about your lessons, right? That's all about transmuting it. So transmuting and transcending this fear is you taking action and you taking a risk and going for it one step at a time. Then we've got this death card here, which is that Scorpio energy with transformation. I am learning that endings are merely new beginnings. So this is all about taking a risk. Perhaps you have to end your 9-to-5 job to pursue your creative endeavors full time. But there is that fear that you're not going to be able to provide for yourself, right? And for your family. What if I fail at this? What if this is not a success and it burns to the ground, and right? But those are all the thoughts that you're telling yourself. So to transcend that fear, you need to transcend your thoughts and look at it differently, right? Bring more love into your creative endeavors. Bring more, look, and then we've got abundance at the bottom of the deck. So what did I say, right? We've got abundance here. So it says, I'm a limitless being. I can manifest whatever I desire in this physical reality, which is what you can. You can manifest anything that you desire into this physical reality. It's just changing your thinking, changing how you see it, right? Instead of seeing it as a failure or as you're going to fail, see how you can grow, see the potential in it, see the goodness in it by doing what you love, right? Maybe saying, what if everything does work out the way exactly how I wanted it? And what if it's better than that? What if it skyrockets and I become rich off of this beautiful creative endeavor that my guides are guiding you to do, right? Your guides are guiding you every step of the way, right? We've got priest here too. Says here, serves as a channel of spiritual energy. So they're guiding you, right? Your higher self is guiding you to do this, to go after this, to take a risk on yourself and on your creative passions, right? And if it's not quitting your 9-to-5 job, because I'm not saying go out there and just quit your 9-to-5 job, I'm saying just get started on what it is that you want to do creatively and monetize that, and get your work out there without that fear of failure, because you can manifest anything that you want into your desired reality, but you're going to have to transcend and put an end to this fear of failure or this failure talk, like it's not going to work, I'm not going to be able to do it, it's not going to be liked, nobody in this world is going to like what I do, out of 7 billion people nobody's going to like me, right? We need to transcend that and grow beyond it. So we're having growth happen by transcending the fear of failure, by transcending the fear of, or that belief system that we have to work hard or we have to do a 9-to-5 in order to make ends meet or to survive in this world, right? Spirit kind of wants to prove you wrong, and they want to show you that it can be done, but you need to take the first step. And by ending that certain thought patterns that you have going on in your head, you can take that first step and go after what it is that you want to do, because you're being divinely guided to do it, right? But there is this fear that you're not going to make enough money, or you're not going to be able to provide for yourself, right? We've got claw. Be careful. Do not take risks. Right? So it's almost like you're telling yourself, I need to be careful. Don't take any risks, right? So it's all about that risk taking, right? What do we got here? Then we've got diamonds. You'll be receiving or giving a precious gift. So you're going to be receiving some sort of gift, right? So it's all about that risk again. It's like we don't want to take a risk. We want to be careful. We're overly cautious with taking risks, right? And then we've got here clouds, temporary problems, right? Something's clouding your judgment. It's a temporary problem that you're going through, that this fear is just temporary. But your head might be in the clouds because you're afraid to take a risk. It says, be careful, like I don't want to get caught, right? What's this? Then we've got here butterfly, a change for the better, right? There's that transformation, and oh, my nose is so itchy. There's that transformation type energy, right? Where we're transforming our idea. What is a risk really to you, right? Then we have dogs, getting together with friends, right? So collaborations. You might find people of like mind that are going to come in and change something for the better. This is going to be a gift for you, right? So this taking a risk is a temporary problem. It's like, I don't want to take a risk. I want to be careful. I need my money. I can't do this. I got to provide for things. I can't just take a risk, right? What if it fails? What if this? What if that? But that's a temporary problem, right? That you can easily change by getting into the mindset of abundance, right? So it says here, again, that I am a limitless being and I can manifest whatever I desire into this physical reality. You are a limitless being, and you're putting limitations on yourself by the way you're thinking, right? By thinking that you can't take a risk or else you're going to fail. That's a belief system that you need to transcend and overcome. Easier said than done, I'm hearing. Yes, but it just takes one next step, right? And you're going to be getting a gift. You're going to be getting support in these endeavors. So, it wouldn't be, oh, my nose is so itchy. So let's see here. How can pile number 2 transcend their fears? So we've got the Queen of Swords. So this is all about being discerning, right? And your thought patterns, your perceptions, the way you see things. The Queen of Swords, she's got her hand out, right? So she calls things to her. We don't want to call our fears towards us, right? The lack of money, the lack of success, things like this. We want to change our perception. Where's that card? Right here. We want to change our perception and how we see things and how we talk about things and how we communicate things, right? Making sure that we're speaking life into our dreams, life into our creative passions, and life into our goals, and not just fear or lack or failure, right? And there's that Seven of Swords, right? So head up in the clouds again, that type of energy here. It's a temporary problem here, right? Clouds. We've got our head up in the clouds, so it's a temporary problem. This confusion, this lack of direction, this I don't know where to go or what move to make next, this is a temporary problem. Once we take a risk, it's almost like we're being too cautious and we don't want to take a risk. And it's like our head's up in the clouds. We don't know really where to go or what to do, but we're walking away from this type of energy. We're going to go and take a risk. We're going to do it. We're going to combat our fear with courage and bravery and go after it and transform the way we see it, transform our thinking, and breathing more life into it instead of failure. And then we've got Page of Swords. This is all about observing and learning something new, right? Who's also up in the clouds. It's like learning how to combat your problems and create solutions. You're creating solutions this is all about the mind too. And then we've got the Empress, which is all about creative energy and bringing your creations down to earth. by being grounded, by being steadfast, by taking it one step at a time, by learning how to get over these temporary problems here. We've got the Page of Swords, and they're looking right over here at this head in the clouds, right? This, we're learning how to get over all of these options. Like, it's some, yeah, you want to create something, you want to bring something down to earth, you want to create a business perhaps, but it's like, how in the heck can I bring that down here? But it's all by learning. It's learning how to do something. It's taking that one step. And then we've got here this failure card, right? It says here, I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. So it's like not allowing your mistakes to keep you stuck, to keep you in the head in the clouds, like you're confused and don't know where to go next, right? It's all about learning from your mistakes and not allowing yourself to stay in this type of situation here, where your head's all up in the clouds, not knowing what to do. You're discerning, you're reevaluating yourself, you're checking your thoughts and then checking them again and making sure that you're not, look, see the hermit energy at the bottom. You're rechecking your introspection. You're saying, okay, well, that didn't work. How am I going to get over this hump? How am I going to make this work? How am I going to be able to monetize and create something for myself, like this business I want to start? I'm being guided to create this business. I'm being guided to go in this direction, but I don't know which option to choose. I don't know what to do. My head's but it's like, okay, so once we ground ourselves, we learn from our mistakes, and then we can create what it is that we want to create and bring it down to earth, right? By introspection and gaining wisdom and shining a light on what's keeping us stuck. So how can pile number 2 transcend? Yes, look, your thoughts here. You manifest, right? You bring this into creation, this abundance here. I am a limitless being. I'm going to say it again. I can manifest whatever I desire into this physical reality. I can manifest all that I desire into this physical reality. It's all about your thinking, switching up your thinking from failure to success, and breathing that life into your creations, into what it is that you want to create for the world, right? And being successful in doing so, and realizing that a mistake is only a trip. It's not forever. It's like you're not going to be stuck there in your mistakes, right? Being very, very discerning and ending things, thought forms that no longer suit you. This is also about transformation as well, this death card. So you've got a lot of transformation going on here. We've got this transformation card as well. Where did it go? Under the jumble. So Pluto, transformation, right? This is all about transforming your thinking and being discerning about your thoughts, right? So it says here, renewal, inner resources, right? Looking at yourself and your inner resources, basic instinct, motivation, personal power, evolution, cycles, death, rebirth, right? Ending things that no longer serve you, ending belief patterns that no longer serve you, right? And transforming that and breathing more life into your thoughts. Because this cloudiness, this murkiness when it comes to your mind, and not being able to be successful in what you want to create is an illusion. And you can get over this illusion quite quickly. It is a temporary problem. By observing and learning from your own thought forms, can you transcend them? Right? So you can be successful in what you want to create in this world. You're being guided to do this. So keep on trucking. You can do it. And start transforming your thought processes and breathe more life into your creations, and take those risks that you're being guided to take, right? Don't be so, I need to be cautious. Okay, pile number 2. If that resonated with you, please hit the thumbs up button, leave a comment down below, and subscribe to my channel for future readings. Bye-bye.